All right, this screencast is going to be a quick overview of Hudson Middle School's iSearch. And mainly we're going to just focus on how you can quickly limit your search results. From our library site, iSearch is kind of here front and center. From home, I just want to make sure to highlight you will need a username and password. And so just to remind you, in case you forget, there is the database password Google Doc here that you can access in case you aren't sure what to add. But when I click into iSearch, you'll see just that general interface that has the book river, that has some links to some of our other Gale databases. And then you have an everything drop-down menu, which is what we're going to search by default. But keep in mind, if you are looking for something more particular, like the info digital videos that are available, you could come over here, click those, and then anything you do search will just pull that. If you're looking for a book just at Hudson Middle School, again, you could narrow your search that way. But right now, for the sake of this example, we are going to search everything, and we're just going to use the keyword for citizenship. This is going to yield quite a few results, but if I were to do a search on a more specific topic that for some reason we don't have any kind of resource within my library, so it says 0 or no results found, it will give you the option to then click over to the research resources in the database results. So keep that in mind if you do get any kind of message like that. Now, when looking at our results, you'll quickly see how many you have in total. And then over on the left-hand side, here's where you get some pretty great features in terms of limiters. I can quickly narrow my results down to books if that's what I'm looking for, material type, the Lexile level, publication date, subject, author. So just within my library, you're able to narrow pretty quickly. When we look at the tabs to the right, you have 5 tabs to the right available. You'll notice that 2 are considered basic, 2 are considered advanced, and then you'll see a STEM tab. The basic tabs are more upper elementary and lower middle level texts, and then your advanced tabs are upper middle and high school level. So keep that in mind as you're doing your research. I always recommend starting with the basic tabs, especially if you don't know a lot about your topic, and then you can always move up from there as you need more in-depth information. When I click on the basic sources tab, you'll notice that my results just shifted significantly to now I have over 26,000 results available just from this basic sources tab. Advanced sources, over 100,000, and all of this is just still from that one search on citizenship. So this is kind of why I call iSearch the Google one-stop shopping for reliable information. If we were to do a citizenship search in Google, we're going to yield millions of results in like 0.27 seconds on a slow day, but maybe 1% of those are going to be reliable. And then you have to spend time figuring out what that 1% is. Whereas these results have already been vetted. They've already been deemed academic. And so now it's just a matter of narrowing to what you want and to what's relevant to your research. So the basic encyclopedias you have available to you, and you may have noticed as I kind of click through those tabs, under the advanced and then the STEM tab, you have a research starter there at the top, and that just kind of gives you a nice little overview of your keyword search. So always a good place to start. Be aware of that, and don't write off the STEM tab, even if you do a search for a topic that you don't think is related to science, technology, engineering, and math in some capacity. Often we've found that these are very focused and relevant results. So just be aware of that. But what I really want to draw your attention to is how easy it is to limit a seemingly overwhelming number of results. On the left-hand side, you get a bunch of limiters, such as published date range. So if we wanted something more timely, we could put a date range of 2013 to 2016 in, click include, and now our 26,000 results have dwindled down to a little over 5,000. Source type, you can see you can quickly narrow just by that. Subject is what I really want to highlight. This is a great feature of iSearch, kind of my favorite, because you're able to not only quickly limit your results to something that is going to be more relevant to you or what you're looking for, but also it gives you ideas. When you do just a general search and you're not really sure what topic or what your focus is, this gives you ideas. It can help guide your research. So be aware of that. It does give you the option to view all, collapse all, and go from there. Publications are listed below that. Geography, content provider. So those are all your limiters on the left-hand side. At the very top of your results, just quickly want to highlight, you have a couple actions that you can select. Add to my list, email, print to screen. So I could check off, a couple articles that I think are going to be relevant. And then I can say add to my list. At the top here, you'll be able to see those lists. Even further, you can log into your account using your ID and your PIN, which is your 2-digit month and 2-digit day of your birthday. No year, no slashes. And get into your account and save those lists for future reference. And then over on the right-hand side, you're able to sort by newest, oldest, the source, and the relevance. When you want to view an article, you can click on its title or click the View Download button, which will give you a little bit more of an overview of the article. Notice that it opens in a new tab. So if you start to look at the subject, start to read the abstract, which should be your first two points of focus, you can quickly determine whether it's going to be kind of helpful or completely away from what the direction you wanted to head. And if you do decide that it's not relevant, you can just X out of this tab and it'll take you right back to your results. So that's kind of nice too. You don't lose your initial results. If you read the abstract, determine, this might be pretty useful and I want to read the entire article, often you'll have a couple options. HTML full text will provide you with the plain text of the article. It also gives you a couple other options in terms of translating it and then even downloading the audio file of it to listen to over and over again for fun. Why not, right? So it's kind of a nice feature. And the translation, there are, as you can see, a pretty robust list of languages there to translate the article into as well. And then the PDF full text I do highly recommend because it's going to be pretty much a scanned in image of the print source, whatever it was. So if it's a magazine, you're going to see colored images. A lot of times the captions will provide additional information that you wouldn't normally get with HTML text. If there are charts and graphs, you will be getting additional statistics that you may not otherwise get. So I do recommend the PDF usually first and foremost. From the article, you'll see this vertical toolbar on the right-hand side here that will allow you to print, email. The third one down, cite, very, very important when using it in your research. The permalink also when citing it, or if you are doing just a quick session of research and a week from now or a month from now as you get further in, you want to refer back to that article, you can save the permalink. You can share out to it on social media sites and then push it out to Classroom as well. And also, the majority of the articles have the option to send PDF to my cloud or really what that means is be able to save it to your Google Drive by clicking that little button right there. So that's a great feature that is available to you as well. So this is a very quick overview of iSearch in general, and hope you enjoy.